Welcome back to Chosen, discovering the life of our true parents and their impact on the world. Thanks again for being with us. We're really glad you made it. During this 21-day episode docuseries, we're exploring the lives of our true parents, who are, without a doubt, the most amazing couple of all time. If you've never heard of true parents before, don't worry. Stick with us over the next few days and you'll find out. In yesterday's show, we journeyed to Asia. Thank you again, Dr. Kittle, Amy, and Jeannie, for your dedication to true parents, your work in Asia, and thank you again for coming on the show. If anybody has missed any part of any episode, don't worry. You can sign up for lifetime access to the full 21-episode series, plus a growing library of bonus content by clicking the button below. And now it's time for our featured story. Today, as we continue our journey around the world to relish in the footsteps of our true parents' incredible mission to save humanity, we travel to Korea, the place where it all began. Moments ago, we met with Reverend Ki Song Lee, the president of the church in Korea, as well as our H.J. Chumbo Training Center in Cheongpyeong. You know, whenever I hear Reverend Lee speak, I feel like his words guide one's gaze up to heaven. I also feel like his words and his voice is smothered in a smooth and silky honey. He is a man of deep heart and incredible faith. Today's feature story is titled Korea, the land of unparalleled devotion. Please enjoy.
해와 달처럼 아주 높은 곳에 모시는 마음을 가지고 해바라기 또 국어사전에는 없지만은 별바라기와 같은 그런 마음으로 모시고 있습니다. 그래서 이제 우리가 보면 천정궁도 아주 높은 곳 자리를 잡고 있고 또 아버님께서 가능하면 교회는 높은 곳에 지어라 그런 말씀도 하셨고 가정에서 부모님 존영을 모셔도 가장 높이 또 중앙에 모시도록 하신 것은 가장 높은 곳에 모시는 나무 의미가 있고 부모님을 높은 만큼 나 자신을 낮추는 마음을 가져야 되기 때문에 우리 한국에서는 부모님께 서신을 올릴 때는 항상 불초소자라는 말을 씁니다. 말은 부모 앞에 자기를 낮춰서 이러는 말인데 부모님을 닮지 못해서 어리석고 작은 자다 하는 겸손의 의미로 서신 올릴 때 불초소자 그런 말을 쓰게 됩니다. 그래서 옛날에 야곱이 베델에요와 베델에서 하나님을 만난 다음에 하나님이 참말로 여기에 계시는구나 그러셨는데 이제 우리는 전 세계에 참 부모님이 역사하신다고 하는 그런 그 마음을 갖기 위해서 정말 넓은 마음 그런 마음을 갖고 부모님을 모시려고 하고 있습니다. 그래서 심정적인 만남을 위해서는 깊은 기도를 하지 않으면 말씀에 보면 또는 깊은 물독과 같다 그런 말씀이 있습니다. 그래서 먹는 것, 자는 것을 잃어버릴 정도로 깊은 기도를 하면 반드시 부모님과 심정적인 공명을 할 수가 있습니다. 며칠 전에 아버지, 어머니 세 번 부르는 동안에 부모님이 내 안에 계신 것을 느낄 수 있다. 그렇게 말하고 인간적인 의미로 한번 마음속 한국은 독생자 예수님의 재림, 또 독생자 현현을 위한 선민으로서의 책임을 해왔기 때문에 특별한 사랑을 받고 있습니다. 분리강론에는 특별한 조건으로 논에 몇 가지를 말씀을 하셨습니다. 성경 말씀에 하나의 조건을 본다면 1448조에 이런 말씀을 했습니다. 충효열의 가치로 메시아를 세우기 위한 기대를 조성했다. 그런 말씀입니다. 읽어본다면 꽃 같은 처녀의 나이에 자신의 몸을 바다에 둔 늙은 아버지의 눈을 뜨게 해주었던 효녀 심청의 참된 효성이야말로 부모를 섬기고 모시는 한국인들의 효의 기준입니다. 누군가의 약속을 하늘처럼 만들고 생명을 내놓는 자리까지 나갔던 평양의 애절한 사랑과 절개는 모든 한국 여성들의 삶의 표가 되었습니다. 자신을 버린 왕과 지도자들 앞에서도 백의 종군으로 목숨을 바쳐 국가와 민족을 위한 장군의 백절불굴의 충성이야말로 한민족의 자랑이요 기대입니다. 이런 숭고한 전통들은 우연히 역사상에 나타난 한낱입니다. 하늘이 이 민족을 준비하고 그 전통 위에 메시아를 세우기 위한 기대선이었던 것입니다. 마침내 이 한반도의 정기를 타고 인류의 참 부모요 사랑의 왕께서 하늘의 인침을 받고 현현하시게 된 것입니다. 그리고 천성경 1320쪽에는 여자의 효도를 강조했습니다. 한국에는 집에 들어와서는 누구보다도 부모 앞에 먼저 인사, 효도하는 전통이 있는데 그것은 특별히 여자에게 더 강조되어 왔습니다. 왜 심청입니까? 그것은 태초에 여자가 불효했기 때문입니다. 세계적인 역사를 탕감하기 위해서 여자 한 사람을 세계 제일의 효녀로 세워야 합니다. 이것이 복귀 천국을 이루어나가는데 탕감의 제1조가 됩니다. 이러한 탕감의 제1조 되는 효의 기준을 세운 여성의 조건이 있었기 때문에 마침내 효녀 중에 효녀이신 독생녀 참 어머니가 탄생하게 되었기 때문에 특별히 한국은 부모님의 사랑을 받고 있다고 생각합니다. 그렇지만 한국에 대해서 바라시는 부모님의 소망이 있습니다. 선민의 책임을 다하라는 것입니다. 사생결단, 력투, 실천궁에 조국이 밝아오라 그런 말씀을 하셨습니다. 한국 친구들이 부모님을 대하는 기준을 보면은 정말 저도 존경스러울 때가 많습니다. 신앙에 깊은 뿌리가 있기 때문이라고 생각이 듭니다. 절대신앙, 절대사랑, 절대복종의 신앙이 우리 한국에서 즐겨 부르는 성가, 단심가, 맹세, 부름받은 몸 여기에 녹아있다고 저는 생각이 듭니다. 그리고 모심의 생활을 꾸준히 하고 있습니다. 천정궁 모심회를 통해서 그걸 회비로 모심의 조건을 세우기도 하고 또 철 따라서 각 지역에서 생산되는 특산물 이것을 아주 정성스럽게 선물로 준비해서 지금도 꾸준히 올려드리고 있습니다. 또 특별히 정성에 대한 공문이 나가지 않아도 끝없이 경배정성, 또 훈독 정성, 코레아 정성을 드리기 때문에 신령한 우리 식구들이 많습니다. 네, 그래서 부모님을 대신해서 희생의 길을 가라면 언제든지 있는 그런 마음을 가진 식구들이 저 지방에도 있는 것을 보게 됩니다. 예, 그래서 저는 우리 한국에 정말 똑같이 귀한 식구들이 많다고.
What are you most excited to see about True Parents' work in Korea?
첫째는 비전 2020 승리를 위한 30여 가지 행사의 대승리라고 지금도 그 승리의 내용을 지도자들과 만나서 이야기하다 보면 저절로 아주 흥분이 되고 또 놀라운 은혜가 내리는 것을 보게 됩니다. 그리고 요즘에는 그 정치인이라든지 또 문재인이라든지 또 문화예술이라든지 만나는 사람마다 정말 부모님을 진심으로 존경하고 할 수 있는 그런 아주 승리의 행사가 되었습니다.
What would you say is, and this can be in any time period, what would you say has been the biggest challenge for True Parents' work in Korea, and how have you seen True Parents overcoming that challenge?
예, 역사적인 어려움은 부모님 생애 노정을 통해서 잘 알고 계시리라고 생각이 듭니다. 근데 최근에 이제 제가 어머님을 모시면서 어떤 어려움, 아무래도 아버님 천주성화 이후에 7년 노정을 걸으시는 모습이었다고 생각이 듭니다. 사랑했던 자녀라든지 제자들로부터 가슴 아픈 일을 많이 당하고 언젠가 새벽 4시에 저를 병으로 올라오라고 말씀하셨습니다. 어머님께서는 천정궁에서 베란다에 계셨 서산에 넘어가는 달을 보고 내가 밤새 저 달을 봤다. 넘어가기 전에 저 달을 보고 기도하라. 어머님께서는 달을 아버님이라고 생각하죠. 달바라기, 해바라기가 있는 것처럼 달바라기로 꼭 밤을 새우시고 그것을 저에게 좀 느끼도록 보여주십니다. 그리고 늘 구하셨던 아버님 계셨던 서재로 데려가셔서 그 뒤로 말씀을 하실 때에 그냥 듣면서 가슴 아픈 그 참 심정을 또 이런 가슴 아픈 상황에서도 어머님의 대응 방법은 날마다 더 강한 생활을 좌우명으로 삼으셨다. 복비를 향한 절대 희망을 품고 억만세를 부르시면서 승리에 나가십니다. 부모님 말씀에도 보면 탕감은 만세. 왜냐하면 탕감을 통해서 복비 그 말씀이 있습니다. 그 신앙이 녹아있는 성가가 바로 성가 6장 성원의 은사라고 생각합니다. 한없는 은사를 나에게 주시고 영원한 그 생명 참 기쁨이 나 이제 즐기하며 큰 영광 높이 돌려 그리고 특별 정성을 드리라고도 하셨습니다. 21일 철야 정성을 새벽 3시까지 철야 정성을 어머님께서 그리고 어머님의 또 시련에 대한 대응 방법은 절대신앙, 절대사랑, 절대복종이라고 생각이 듭니다. 반드시 승리할 수 있다고 하는 의심 없는 믿음이 어머님께는 계십니다. 사랑은 의심 없이 투입하고 또 투입하고 버리는 그런 마음으로 사시고 계신 것을 느낍니다. 그리고 어머님께서는 모든 것을 다 투입하고 자기가 없는 자리에서 하늘 부모님과 일체가 된 즉 복종의 자리에 계신 것을 얼마나 감사하고 고마워하는지 우리의 이 세계적인 집안에 대해서 감동을 하고 앞으로 우리와 함께 가겠다고 약속을 하는 아주 좋은 시간이 되었습니다. 따라서 천상에 닦아지신 공중권대 땅에 그동안 우리가 이룩한 교회와 UPF를 용심한 선기관이 하나로 잘 연결되어 나가면은 정말 그 큰 우산 아래 하늘 부모님의 꿈, 천진 부모님의 꿈이 이루어지는 때가 되었구나. 그만큼 큰 기반을 우리가 두고 있는데 그동안 우리가 활용을 잘 그런 생각을 하게 되었습니다. 신미국의 축복이 있기를 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you, President Lee. We are so grateful for you to take the time to share with our family members and guests around the world. And for those of you who are still studying Korean, we offered you subtitles this time round. Maybe next time we'll have to understand everything in pure Korean. In fact, I see that we have a poll live right now on Crowdcast, and the question is, how much Korean do you know? So far, we have 2 people that say they're fluent. I would wager that they are probably of Korean descent, but maybe not. 3 votes say conversational. Congratulations, that means you're studying. And quite a few people, 26%, say a little less than conversational, which probably means conversational, but shy about it. And we have 50% of those polled say they can say the family pledge in Korean. Some people have are answering the joke, which is what's Korean. Anyway, thank you so much, President Lee. We are really grateful for your incredible heart. And if there are any families watching right now in Korea, we love you and we hope you are enjoying the show. 사랑합니다. 사랑해요, like they do like this, or like a flower face. That's one we learned for the band. And a quick reminder for our viewers, we encourage you to offer your heartfelt comments, okay? So you can respond to any part of today's show. It lets us know how you're doing, and you never know, your comment might feature later in the show. But now, to share more, we have 2 very special guests for you. Let's get ready to welcome our special guests. Okay, welcome to the show. Today we have Dr. Ki-Hoon Kim, who is the executive producer of this show and also the International Vice President of Family Federation for World Peace. He's also currently serving as the Continental Chairman of North America. Yes, for those of you that forgot, Canada is a very big and important country, and it is included in North America. Thank you, Canada, for watching. By the way, we're going to be going to Canada soon in the show. And Dr. Ki-Hoon Kim joined the church when he was just 12. We might hear more about it. Came to the United States over 4 decades ago and has been serving true parents in so many capacities. We also have another doctor with us, Dr. Dong-Woo Kim. He is currently serving as the special emissary to the 16 UN nations that liberated Korea. This is sort of an ambassadorial role. And he's been serving True Parents directly for over 20 years, from East Garden to Changpyeong, and many roles. And I believe that he's experienced, especially over the last 7 years, many transformational experiences with True Mother. Again, thank you both for being with us on the show. Wonderful. So first, I would like to ask Dr. Ki-Hun Kim. We watch now this wonderful video of President Lee, and shared a beautiful message. When I interviewed President Lee, just one word kept around my mind and my heart, going around and round, the word devotion. And that's why the title of today's video was titled like that, because when I heard his guidance, I felt like I was really listening to a great teacher, a great father, a great moksanim, really showing us the attendance and devotion. So I would like to ask you, can you describe some examples of offering devotion that you've experienced in your life of faith?
Yes. First of all, thank you, Reverend Dunkley, your leaderships and moderator this 21 days discovering life of true parents. I was very impressed about Reverend Lee, president of Korean Family Church. Yes, true parents had a lot of event and gathering and workshops, cannot count or cannot compare any other nation. Yes.
Amen.
So, however, Reverend Lee's leaderships, he shared about more than anything else, fatherland, Korea tradition, and filial piety and loyalty through seeing true parent relationship with heavenly parent. So true parent practice this kind of loyal, artistic relationship, heavenly parent, and filial piety, and attending. Think about we have church, holidays. True parents, first time ever established this church holidays, attending God, attending God's creations. So this is we never had before in our human life and history. Never had this kind of attending God. A few weeks ago, True Mother proclaimed and offering, heavenly parent of holy community. So centering on heavenly parent, this is our church tradition. And Reverend Lee, he is also director of Chongpyeong Training Workshop, our spiritual education center. And he really leading our Korean church and family members in these directions. Sometimes, we've been in church 30 years, 20 years, 40 years. Sometimes we forgetting our main streaming, how we can relate to true parents and heavenly parent. As he mentioned, what is specialty and merit of true mother's position, spirituality, serving, caring, and attending heavenly parent. This is our tradition, Reverend Lee expressed about Korean church development. And with this foundation, he mentioned about this year, True Parents 100 years birthday and 2020 summit. This is a culmination of true father and true mother's great dedication and devotion for the sake of God's providence and Heavenly Parents' holy community. So all these things related one after another one. You know, when I was 12 years old, I went to Cheongpadong Church, and my aunt is a kind of founding members. And very young age, what I see, people overnight, they have a prayer condition every day. You know, that time, True Father touring around the world. So we pray. I remember even I was at 12 years old boy, pray for our True Father's safe traveling around the world for the sake of holy ground establishment. And not only that, you know, I lived the Cheongpadong complex with some other families, you know, my aunt and four other grandmas. Every day, the mission is pray for the sake of true fathers and true mothers' safety. So I have a very small room with my aunt. So my aunt praying overnight, so I couldn't sleep at all. So many times I went to middle school and I sleep at the school many times because of this passion, this prayer condition. So this is really our Korean church fundamental foundation centering on true parents and development our church activities and movement.
Devotion, yeah, and I'm enjoying Mother's book. Mother describes that same type of lifestyle, and when Father passed, you know, I remember her first message was about this point, going back to the spirit of the early days of the church. I think Mother's entire life comes from that type of devotional, you know, vibration. One of the questions I asked Reverend Lee was, you know, in English, devotion, maybe many people in the West have a certain concept about this word, but the question I asked Reverend Lee was, what does that really mean? What's the meaning of Jeongsong? So we know the action, but what is the, and you know, but he didn't describe the action, he kind of described the internal mind. Dr. Ki-Hoon Kim, could you offer your insight about that? You know, so how should we understand the meaning of Jeongsong?
So this is related to attending. So attending true parent and attending heavenly parent means we become one mind, one body, you know, one heart. So without this kind of devotion or dedication, and I think all this related attending. So attending is action. Action. Without the action, we cannot say attending. So Reverend Lee mentioned 심청. For example, 심청 story. Thinking of parents. Yes, we call filial piety. Not only understanding, but 심청 did in action. She did action, sacrificed her life for the sake of her parents. So this we call devotion, filial piety, but I always understanding related attending with action. Without the follow
Action.
by action, we cannot say devotion.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Both the internal and the external. It reminds me, Dr. Kim, of the Gaudible, I think maybe 3 or 4 days ago, maybe 5 days ago, and Father is describing, we can read in the Cheonseonggyang about the two magnet, right? The two magnets, the positive side and negative side, naturally come together. And the reason magnets come together, we know, is because of their magnetic force, right? They have an electric force going around. And so Father's describing that, with or without the fall, human beings' original mind still has that magnetic, that electrical, that heart, that vibration, that force. It's looking for God. And God's mind also, heart looking for human beings. But because we have, if you put like a paper between two magnets, it becomes weaker and weaker and weaker. And when I was, listening to this expression of devotion, Reverend Lee also mentioned that kind of resonance or vibration, whether you're doing through, because I asked him, what about Father? Is he doing devotion when he's fishing, or Mother when she's looking at the moon, or when we're doing, some campaign, like action campaign? And he explained like that. He said that the point, the internal point is this one, about that vibration is to reach the realm of oneness with God. And we can pray, we can bow externally, but if internally we can find that resonance, lifting our spirit up, that's like the internal meaning of Jeongsong. And this is great wisdom. And I was explaining to Dr. Dongwoo Kim earlier that I think for many people in Korea to try to explain filial piety, or to try to explain attendance, or this kind of heart, it's like trying to describe a blue sky. How can you describe a blue sky? It's blue, natural. But actually, I think there are differences of character in every country. And certainly in America, it takes a lot of reflection to really catch that same spirit that I think in Korea, naturally with the familial culture that we have of filial piety is much deeper, right? So you have that kind of understanding when you speak of devotion is really deep and wonderful. So yeah, thank you for your insight. And, I know that both of you love True Mother very much. And we saw just over 7 years ago, our True Father ascended. And of course, many of our family members, most members, didn't expect. And when everybody else was questioning or wondering what's going to happen next, True Mother picked everything up, first with her devotion, but also with incredible leadership. And I know you both have been working with True Mother very closely for years, especially over the last 7 years. I'd like to ask you, Dr. Kim Dong-woo, what have you learned working with our True Mother, especially since True Father's passing?
I miss the all American members. Thank you. I would like to put my gratitude and respect to Dr. Kim Kim and Reverend Dunkley to gift American providence. I think personally I have gotten so much blessing from God and true parents. Just I had a chance to serve true parents at the East Garden for almost 10 years. And then after True Father ascended, True Mother had called upon me to Korea back. And then I had a chance to work for the UPA and also Cheongsim Church, which is at the Cheongpyeong area.
In Sorak.
Yes, Sorak area.
It's
area.
the biggest building in Sorak.
Yeah, that's right. Biggest church building. Yeah.
Maybe the apartments is a little bigger now. I don't know.
Yeah. Biggest congregation too.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, that's why while I was in Korea for last 7 years, I had a chance to meet the True Mothers many times. True Mothers call me and my wife upon from time to time. So with the True Mothers meeting and the conversation, and whatever, through that opportunities, I was able to catch 2 points. One day, True Mother decided to bequeath 천일국 4 great holy things. Do you remember? That was in 2014. World Headquarters called me to come up to Cheonjeonggung to receive the original 4 great holy things. And then True Mother called on 6 leaders as representatives. And then True Mother put the blessing benediction to bequeath that holy thing. And then while True Mother prayed, first time I had to listen True Mother's voice as a prayer, but time goes on. Suddenly, the voice had been changed from True Mother's voice to True Father's voice. That was very awesome, very strange. What happened? Actually, very clear that until the finishing the prayer, I had gotten True Father's benediction and blessing for that holy things. And then I was able to realize, True Mother's spirituality is exactly the same with the True Father. That's why from now on, I cannot separate True Mother from the True Father. Father and True Mother as a true parent is completely one. That was my spiritual kind of experience. And then after True Mother called myself and my wife to different kind of issues. And then when I went to the Korea in 2013 as the UPA principal, True Mother directed me to bring my son to UPA. Actually, my son never wanted to join the UPA. But anyway, after 1 year, he finally agreed and he joined the UPA. True Mother got to know that one. And then in front of myself and my wife, True Mother really deeply, artistically told us, you go to your son and convey my thanks to your son, your children, that your children follow parents. At that time, I was so moved, and then I didn't clearly catch what True Mother is telling to us. But later on, I found out, this is True Mother's heart, and this is True Mother's leadership. I had a chance to serve true parents as Easter Garden. At that time, True Mother used to stand behind the True Father. And we had been, followed True Father first. So we are very much accustomed to know and become one with the True Father's leadership, but not True Mother's leadership. But for the last 7 years, I had been learning one by one what is True Mother's leadership. And then finally, I was able to figure out True Father's leadership focusing on how to build Chan Il-go. But True Mother's leadership is really guide us for everybody how to live in Chan Il-go. That was my realization from True Mother's, relationship recently for 7 years. So that's why these 2 points are the most significant and the glorious experience for me.
That's a really interesting point. Also, I want to ask Dr. Kim Ki-hoon about this because, building Chan Il-guk, and many of us, are in that mode, like building, that's our mindset. And I've seen you, Dr. Kim, also many times get up on stage and tell everybody, we are in. We are in Chan Il-guk. So can you describe that for us, like your personal also awakening about this point and experience with that? We're in Chan Il-guk. You're muted, Dr. Ki-hoon Kim. If you can unmute. Yes.
Yes, I believe so. We are in the Chan Il-guk. Even though scripture mentioned the kingdom of heaven in you. So this is 2,000 years ago, Jesus teaching. Yes, scripture look, a lot of things sharing about what's going to happen, kingdom of heaven on earth. And it will realize in you. So think about even God prepared, God created all kind of circumstances, our surroundings. If I don't feel, that's not matter with me. Right. So what kind of eye we have? I see my eye centering on heavenly parent and true parent. Yes, I can see this is kingdom of heaven on earth. Yes, sometimes, we have to do more. But when we believed we are in the Chan Il-guk, we will see different mindset and different eye, different ear, and different mouth. We can share everything centering on true parents and heavenly parents. I believe true parents 100%. Not always we mention absolute faith, love, and obedience. So this is what we inherited through parents and what we inherited from heavenly parent.
Yeah.
So within this mindset, we can overcome today's our social situation as well.
Right.
So without this kind of mindset, also Lebron mentioned, vertical relationship is very crucial to have devotion. Or I have time, I have fundoke, I have time, I have prayer now. No. So we really need vertical relationship, and then we can practice and we can see. Think about the true mother's eye. Even true mother proclaim establishment of Chan Il-guk and founding this heavenly parent holy community. All these things we can see. I am not worthy to come in, but However, on behalf of Heavenly Parent, true Mother and true Father, prepare everything for us. Think about that very important last true Father's prayer. I am completed. I am completed.
Yes.
So how do we understand this? And I believe true Mother has that kind of commitment. So this is so inspired me to continue awakening and alive, centering on true parent, life courses.
Yes.
I'm still discovering life of true parents.
Yeah.
Discovering life of true parents. This is my daily activity.
Right. It's interesting. You said believe, the first step is to believe. And mother has, I get to some opportunity to watch mothers, in the room. And I like to pay attention to the details. And I notice that she is, when she's educating, sometimes she'll only speak for 5 minutes. However, maybe the experience is 3 hours. And through the experience, in many ways, she's showing, like you said, to believe and to live in Chanel-guk. And so, Dr. Kim, Dong Kim, if many times you had opportunities to watch mother, in Korea the last 7 years when you're working there, you can see many times this kind of situation where mother's not just teaching us we are in Chanel-guk or now it's time to settle Chanel-guk, but really modeling. You see this kind of example, right?
Yeah. Yes, true father tried to educate us with the words. So we had lots of
Words.
teachings and words.
Well, I just have a few books. I know Dr. Kim, you have all of the volumes in Chicago, right? All of the speech volumes, father's speech volumes.
Yeah.
Words.
True Father is a masterpiece of words, but
Yeah.
I believe True Mother is masterpiece of truth.
Of
We had worked with the True Father. Our goal of life of faith was what? That's a salvation, redemption. But True Mother had been showing that we have to change our life of faith. The goal must change from the salvation to the completion of a perfect. True Mother doesn't give speeches so much, but True Mother, with just a very short word, True Mother put her heart, and furthermore, she tried to show those foundation to us so that we can make a decision to go by ourselves. That's my acknowledgement from True Mother.
Can you describe, one of our viewers is asking, what is the translation of Chon-il-guk in English? What is the literal translation, or can you describe the Chinese characters, Chon-il-guk? Which Professor Kim?
English is the kingdom of heaven.
Chon means yes, heaven. How can we build heaven? Two persons become one. This is heaven. So we call 천, 일, 구. So 천 means two person become one. So this is the kingdom of heaven. That means we are one family under God. 천일국 means.
I'd like to ask Dr. Kim Ki-hoon as a final question. This is your first appearance on the show. We have, full is 21 episodes, and we're going to welcome you back a few times. But seeing as this is the first time that our family members and guests get to see you, you had this idea to conduct this 21-day True Parents Life course, Discovering True Parents Life. Many times in society we have challenges. Again, right now we can see in the news a lot of confusion and divide and concern. But, you had a heart and a desire to really solve the root of the problem. I'd like to just pass it back to you to give if you could express, what do you want us to inherit? What do you want us to learn and experience through these 21 days? It's like a 21-day workshop, and, please express to us, what are you hoping that family members and those watching can get?
We learn so many things from True Father and now True Mother. Think about the, teaching of true parents, and compared to 2,000 years ago, Jesus and his disciple. So we learn so many lessons 2,000 years ago, centering on Jesus. So we learn so many things. Nobody wants to repeat same mistaken 2,000 years ago or 4,000 years ago. History always repeating because of God's providence of restoration. As we heard last 40 days, divine principle and parallel courses. And same way. So, I joined age 12, but however, I didn't understand so much at the beginning. Of course, teenager, how much you can understand true father's message and true parents' message. Just, my aunt pushed me go to church like that way. But, always, awakening, coming back to us. So what we made a mistake 2,000 years ago, and how can we absolutely unite with Heavenly Parents' ideas and second coming Messiah through parents' ideas? How can we vertically, one mind, one body and unity? So this is matter. If we don't have this relationship, true father and true mother so many times mentioned our relationship between God, parent and child relationship. Do we really cut these ideas true father? Yes. So through these 21 days, discovering of true parent life, let us understand about our relationship with true parents, of course, with heavenly parents. Understand and deeply, do we really believe in true parents, our true parents, and second coming Messiah for the God's providence. So this is my challenge for a long time. My personal life of faith. so knowing, also true father mentioned, true mother mentioned, knowing God, knowing true parents is the best knowledge for the sake of humankind. Best knowledge, knowing true parents. So we are so blessed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I remember for all those watching, when Dr. and I were discussing at the beginning, you mentioned this same point so clearly. If we know this, if we can feel this, if we believe we are in Chanoguk, if we believe and relate internally and act with this kind of devotion, and you mentioned maybe all of our problems or behavioral issues or challenges can go, and our interpersonal situations, everything can be resolved. Honestly, Dr. Kim and Dr. Kim, when we look at human history, many times we want to make things more complicated than they need to be, right? We need many books or many courses or many lessons and many, but actually, really, this lesson is very beautiful. It's not easy, but it's very simple. This that we've learned today, devotion with a heart of an internal heart. It's like a vertical heart of piety. We're still learning about this, and action to practice and, to do so like Chanoguk citizen. And that's what true parents are asking us to do, right? So I think,
Yes.
it's no accident that really this time in the providence we're learning, especially from Korea. Yes, I know father and mother are more than just one nation or one nationality. And honestly, we are one people. We are more than American, more than Korean, more than Japanese, brothers and sisters. Let us really come together. Yes, we can learn from one another's different cultures, but actually God is rising us all above our ancestral heritage to a new world, a new land, new Canaan, Chanoguk, two becoming one. And yes, we understand many times between husband, wife, mind and body, between me and God. But as we've been listening also many times in Sunday service, where we practice is also in our Joshua-Caleb relationships, right? Or Jacob-Esau relationships, our brother and sister relationships, our offering to our central figure, and how we're also taking care of our team. So thank you both so much, Dr. Kim Ki-hoon, Dr. Kim Dong-woo. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We're really grateful for your insights and reflection.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And again, to the viewers, you've still got time to write a little comment or send your love to both Dr. Kim and Dr. Kim. And we're really grateful again to Reverend Lee for giving us such deep wisdom. And with that, I want to thank you both again. Please stay safe. And to wrap up the show, it's time to go to our featured comment section from the live studio audience. All right, time for a little feedback from our viewers. I hope you like this. It's nice to see. I mean, actually, you all get to see one another's chat, but we like to select a few to share with you. This is from Norikuni. President Lee's testimony of how True Mother overcomes her challenges truly sets the standard of what it means to have a true heart of filial piety to our Heavenly Parent. She truly is an inspiration, a living legend, and a beautiful, 100% invested, only begotten daughter of God. I agree with you, Norikuni. Thank you for your note. And to Angelica, or Angelica probably, because I see the S, there is nothing like hearing from our Korean elders directly who convey the deep heart of true parents so authentically, as well as their pain, suffering, and hope to us. 감사합니다. Thank you, Angelica. And from Mitch, I feel true parents entered my very house and watched this with me. Very deep and wonderful. Thank you. Well, Dr. Kim, there you go. If the goal is to help people feel closer to true parents, Mitch Dixon feels like they were watching with him in his living room. You can't get closer than that. Thank you, Mitch. And from Maria, how great it is to listen to all these experiences from our elders. We did not have these kinds of opportunities, but listening to them, it feels like we were there at that time. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for your precious words and devotion. And that really is the word for today. And we're grateful to Korea, the land of unparalleled devotion. Thank you again. And now, how about finding out what they're all talking about down at the village square? I happen to know that down at the village square today, in every country, they're wondering, where do we get our copy of that amazing book that we keep hearing about, The Mother of Peace, Mother Moon's own memoir? Well, it's available on motherofpeace.com. You can purchase it today, or you can pre-order with your pledge for more. We welcome you to go to motherofpeace.com. We also have chosenworkshop.com, chosenworkshops.com, where you can access this course. You can also upgrade to the full library, which I'll share the link for. And we've got a new feature on there, love letters. If you go to chosenworkshops.com/love letters, guess what you might put there? That's right, love letters. You can write it out with a pen like the image, or you can type it, which will be easier to send via email, or to that form that you will access by going to chosenworkshops.com/love letters. So yeah, if you've got something that you'd like to share that's truly unique and insightful and loving for True Mother, or even Dr. Kim and the team, that's where you can write. I know that you write many things in the chat box, but again, there's only a short space to do so. And like I mentioned yesterday, this entire course, this entire series, it's really a workshop. It's a workshop, right? It's like a 4 or 5 day workshop over the course of 21 days. And we don't actually have to pay for airfare or stop what we're doing. We get to really watch in the comfort of our own home or from our own phone, really anywhere in the world. And we encourage you to access the full package at chosenworkshops.com or click the link below.